Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we dive in, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Picture a hotel corridor at 3:03 a.m., the kind with the soft hum in the vents and carpet so thick your footsteps vanish. A single door at the end is just starting to swing shut. There's a brass plate on it, 500 XRP. You're 10 paces away, half asleep, phone screen pale in your hand. And then thunk, latch closed. Now imagine you realize that door wasn't just another room. It was a gateway, not to yachts or private islands, that's fantasy, but to optionality, to saying yes to the right things at the right time. This is not financial advice. It's a short story about decisions, thresholds, and a number that looks small until it isn't. Welcome to 500 XRP, enough to hit it big in 2025. Today we're going to separate novelty from utility, a rumor from runway, and explore whether a simple, almost boring number, 500, can still change a life when the cycle turns. Mine didn't start with the press release either. It started with a 1 a.m. nudge from a friend. She texted 12 words. Most people will never own anywhere near 500 XRP. Wild, right? 12 words, and suddenly my brain was awake like a fire alarm. Why? Because accessible today can become psychologically impossible tomorrow. Ask anyone who thought Bitcoin at $12 was a joke and begged for $30,000 discounts a decade later. I opened a dusty spreadsheet and typed a simple line. 500 coins times price at liftoff? At small numbers, it felt like a cracked screen repair. At mid numbers, it felt like a used car. Push it further and suddenly it was life pivot money, not retire tomorrow, but buy time, buy choices, money. The number didn't change. My frame did. So is 500 XRP enough? Wrong question. The real question is, what happens to your psychology before the rest of the world rediscovers math? Imagine lining up at a dessert bar. You've scoped the cheesecake. Then a wedding party storms in and buys it all. There's food left, sure, but every second you hesitate, the menu shrinks. That's the market float under pressure. Headline numbers sound big. Available numbers are smaller. Escrow's long-term holders, institutional wallets, float tightens like a belt. Dollar cost averaging is like growing bamboo. For ages, it looks like you're watering mud. And then boom, 6 feet in a week. Most people yank the plant out the week before it sprouts. Not because the math failed, but because patience did. At $2 a coin, feels like a toy. At $10, it feels serious. At 20 plus, imagination widens and FOMO grows fang. The asset didn't change overnight, or the category label did. Investors don't buy numbers. They buy narratives that make those numbers feel safe enough. And I drove to the old municipal airport. Chain link fences, sodium lights, the faint thunder of distant jets. Liquidity